Welcome back to the channel. I am here with another Twitter reaction video, or style video rather. And I'm actually very excited because on my channel we really talk about reality TV, and very seldom do I bring to you guys true crime content. Okay, it has always been a dream of mine to incorporate true crime and reality TV into my channel, because I cannot get enough of the First 48, the ID channel, For My Man, Fatal Attraction, whatever like true crime show you can think of, I'm here for it. I grew up watching Nancy Grace, Dr. Drew Pinsky, Snapped. I've watched almost every episode of Snapped since I've been a little girl. So I'm very excited to bring you guys the Twitter, my opinion, some of the best Twitter reactions when it comes to the Murdaugh Murders, a Southern Scandal, which aired and premiered yesterday on Netflix. Okay, now let me just go ahead and give you a brief rundown on the Murdaugh family. If you are not familiar with them, definitely go ahead and do your own in-depth research. But in maybe about, let's say, let me see if I can get this done in like a minute, less than a minute. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so the Murdaugh family, they are a very prominent family from the Low Country in South Carolina. They are a family of solicitors, which are attorneys. Okay, and they have basically ran the Low Country in South Carolina for a span of 100 plus years. Okay, so they were a once prominent family that unfortunately fell from grace because of Richard Alex Murdaugh Sr. Okay, he is one of the y'all just gonna have to look at it. Okay, but nonetheless, a whole bunch of murders and like weird wonky circumstances that happened at the hands of this family. And let's just go ahead and get into the first part of it, which is season 1, episode 1, which is titled "Where's Mallory?" So it discusses, the unfortunate passing of the beautiful Mallory Beach. Okay, Mallory Beach was dating Paul Murdaugh, who is the son of the disgraced attorney Alex Murdaugh. Okay, and so I really like the way that Netflix told this story, because they set it up in such a way that you can kind of see where like things started to fall apart, and the way that they wove the stories together with the people and the mysterious circumstances. I don't even know how to word it. I don't want to just call it like a masterful artwork, but the way that they told this story and they summed it up just in 3 parts, like, I didn't think that it could be done, but I'm already ready to see if, they're going to do like a Lifetime movie about it. I definitely think that they should. Okay, this is definitely Lifetime movie network worthy. And so let's just go ahead and get into some of you all's tweets. The first one comes from Elizabeth, still the maid. Morgan Dowdy really stepped up and made this documentary what it is. Without her, you don't get the full scope of what happened to Mallory and the fallout from it. Those poor kids, they were never the same. So in this picture that Elizabeth posted on Twitter, you see Paul, which is the, like I was saying, the son of Alex Murdaugh Sr. And then you have his girlfriend, Morgan Dowdy. Now, Morgan's family and the Murdaughs definitely came from 2 different sides of the track, if you will. Okay, now she did have she came from both parents, was raised in a 2-parent household. However, some would, I guess, determine their relationship as like the haves and the have-nots, and it kind of puts me in the mind of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Piketon County massacre, but you have, in my opinion, again, another family that's the haves and the have-nots, the Wagners, and I can't think of the less prominent family's name. Nonetheless, these 2 fell in love, and yeah, as you can tell just by looking at the picture, child, she was so in love with this man, with this little boy, and what he did to her breaks my heart. I mean, when I heard in the documentary that he spat on her, called her a whore, okay, slapped her in front of her friends, but he had already been, according to Morgan, he had already been abusive towards her, and so just when I tell you that Netflix and Morgan, and I agree with this tweet, Elizabeth, Netflix and Morgan definitely set this story up to be told in such a prolific way. I'm still at a loss for words. So that's kind of why I'm kind of stuttering, you guys, because I want to go ahead and get this out. But I want to take my time with it still. But nonetheless, the focus is on you all's tweets. I'm going to have to come back at a later date, later on today possibly, and give you all my review on part 1, which is Where is Mallory. Okay, so we're going to move on to Total Nana Bell. Okay, I haven't seen this Netflix doc, but everyone is saying Paul is being portrayed as a raging little asshole. No doubt that's true, but he's still a victim, and people should blame the toxic family tree that created the monster. Hashtag Alec Murdaugh trial. Hashtag Murdaugh Netflix. Now, I definitely do agree with this. If you saw the 3-part documentary series, or if you've been following this case since the very beginning like I have, you can't help but feel a little bit of sympathy for Paul, because he was often described as like the black sheep of the family, right? And he was the baby of the family. So when you have babies in the family, you kind of already know that they don't really, there's not as much discipline, right? They can kind of, the parents and older cousins and family members and like grandparents, they kind of let these kids do whatever it is that they want to do, right? Because they are the baby. So there's really little to no expectation. In my opinion, there is some expectation, but not as much when it comes to the babies of the family, okay? And so I agree wholeheartedly with this person's tweet, because he definitely, like I said in the previous tweet that we talked about, when it came to Morgan and his abuse of her, you can only wonder if, you know, he saw his dad, you know, Alex Murdaugh Sr., interact with his wife Maggie Murdaugh in that manner, which, you know, he picked up those traits. But they let this young man drink at the age of 14. He may have even been drinking prior to then, and I think so, because on the Netflix documentary you see where they are actually, right, the mom, Maggie, the dad, the uncles, all of them are in an open like bar or restaurant openly drinking with an underage child, okay? Even Morgan stated that sometimes when they would have events at the family's law firm or whatever, Murdaugh Sr. would sneak them and the children of the other attorneys alcohol. Like, what in the world are you talking about? Like, okay. So anyway, I feel bad for, definitely feel bad for Paul. You know, and even if you talk about the incident that he had, you know, with the boat and where Mallory Beach unfortunately lost her life, that was a tragic accident. He was definitely at fault for that, but he did not set out to intentionally kill her. Okay, he did not. That, in my opinion, and it's an honest opinion, unbiased, he did not set out to kill her. It wasn't an honest mistake, but it was definitely a mistake, okay? He was underage, he was boating underage, he was drinking while boating underage, which is all the perfect recipe for just a perfect disaster. So my heart, in a sense, does go out to him and also to his mom, but we'll talk more about her hopefully in the upcoming tweets. Now, this from Elizabeth says, is Mark Tinsley the only trustworthy lawyer in Hampton County? Hashtag Murdaugh family, and I agree. When this man came and stepped up on the scene, now he was representing the Mallory Beach's family. And what I cannot understand for the life of me is, well, I do understand it actually, because I know how the good old Southern boy country system does work, okay? It blows my mind when I found out that no law official called Mallory Beach's family. Nobody called her. Nobody contacted her parents to let them know that something was going on with the daughter, okay? That she was allegedly missing, or there had been an accident, something like that. You see her boyfriend's mom and dad came onto the scene, and so they were more or less insisting, like, hey, somebody needs to call this young woman's family. I don't want to be the one to do it, you know what I mean? It's not my role, my responsibility to do so. I think that should come from you. Like, she was definitely, you know, if all else failed, she would have done it, but that was a lot, you know what I mean? And it wasn't her son's fault. It was nobody else's fault on that boat except for the fault of Paul Murdaugh. That's it, point blank period. But this guy in particular is who helped to crack open, in my opinion now, just open up Pandora's box for the Murdaugh family. And I think that when you have sweet, mild, and meek people, right? You know, the Bible does say that the meek shall inherit the earth. And when you look at Mallory B, she's such a beautiful girl. Like, you could tell by her spirit, her parents, you know what I mean? Even you can just see the sunshine just radiating from them, you know, even in the midst of their sadness, right? And so God always has a ram in the bush, okay? I'm a Christian. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. And so the way that everything came out, right? Unfortunately, Mallory Beach did lose her life, but she was in a sense, and I don't want to say this, she was kind of like a, or I don't mean to sound or say this with ill intent, and I hope that none of you guys take it that way, but in my opinion, she was somewhat of a sacrificial lamb, right, for the Murdaugh family, so that the entire world could see everything that they have done, that they've gotten away with for centuries and even for the past few years. Okay, so shouts out to Mark Tinsley, because he is definitely, like this person said, shouts out to Elizabeth, a trustworthy lawyer in Hampton County. Okay, let's move on down here. Now, we do see in this picture you have Buster Murdaugh to the left. That is the eldest son of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh Sr. Then there is Maggie in her fur coat, Paul, the baby boy, and then the disgraced attorney, Alec Murdaugh, Richard Alec Murdaugh Sr., okay? This also from Elizabeth. Were Alex and Maggie the worst parents ever? They did everything wrong around every turn. And what is with their landing strip on the property? Ooh, there's no way Maggie didn't know something. God, these kids are so creepy. Absolutely. So with regard to the landing strip, one of Paul's friends in the very first episode of the documentary, they talked about how Paul made I guess innuendos. They don't know if he was joking or not. In my opinion, he wasn't joking. They asked, well, why do you have the landing strip? He's like, well, for drugs, strippers, and all that. I absolutely believe it, because you cannot sit up here and tell me that this man on the right spent, I don't even know how many dollars, okay, countless dollars on prescription pills, okay? We're going to put a pin in that, because that prescription pill situation is believed to be the reason that Gloria Satterfield, who was the housekeeper and nanny and babysitter for this family for over 20 years. That is the reason that some believe she lost her life at the hands of either Maggie. I'm going to say it was Maggie, because from what I hear and from the documentary, Alec Murdaugh Sr. rather, was nowhere to be found. He was nowhere on the property. And that comes from another employee that was also on the property working the same time that Gloria Satterfield was working. They said that Alex Murdaugh was nowhere to be found. So it's looking like allegedly Maggie may have pushed her down, because I don't think that there's any way that this lady could have, who was acclimated to these dogs, right? She's been with this family for over 20 plus years. There's no way that you can sit up here and tell me that those dogs, she tripped over them as she's going up the stairs with her sweet tea. Absolutely not. She knew too much about a situation, and we're going to get into that later. So thank you, Elizabeth, for that tweet again. This from me in NYC says, by the way, scathing profiles of Maggie and Paul in the Netflix thingy by Murdaugh Netflix. Heartbreaking stuff about Mallory Beach, but regardless, the Murdaughs of Maggie and Paul were totally abhorrent and should be the real emphasis. Absolutely. They added Court TV, Julie Court TV, and hashtag Murdaugh trial. Now, again, what allegedly Maggie did to possibly Gloria Satterfield, which resulted into her death, definitely was a very horrible thing, and two wrongs don't make it right. But when you you kind of line up what she allegedly did to what Paul did when it came to Mallory Beach, it was just a tragic mistake, right? Tragic mistake that his parents should be responsible for, because they are who should have been grooming him, helping him mature and develop into, a wonderful human being that could go into society and just not use his family's last name to, get whatever, okay? Whatever. This also from Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you're going to become my new bestie, okay? Hashtag Murdaugh Netflix. Anthony Cook couldn't leave the river for 7 days. He wanted to find Mallory so badly. He's going to be an amazing man one day, God bless. Elizabeth, I believe this man is already an amazing man. My boyfriend and I were watching this last night, and he kind of looked at me just like this look in his eyes like, y'all can't see it, but I said, why are you looking like that? And he says, I just couldn't imagine, and it was the footage of them walking, Anthony and Mallory walking away from this bar as they were getting back onto the boat. And it was one of the last video footages that we saw of Mallory before she passed away. But in that footage, she was smiling, she looked like she was so in love. Basically everything that you see in this picture right here. And he was completely torn apart, completely devastated. I mean, like Elizabeth stated, he could not leave the river for 7 days because, he was just so torn up about it. And his mom even said She overheard him telling one of his friends, you know, if that girl walked up out of this water today, I would marry her right now. And my heart just broke. You know what I mean? It broke because look at her. She was just such a beautiful girl. She exudes light, like I said, like her mom and dad, positivity, in the way that Anthony just doted on her. He even stated, you know, prior to meeting Mallory, he was a party boy, you know, and then he decided to settle down. Now, I'm 30, and I'm saying to myself, guys, y'all in y'all 20s. How many men, guys, do you know that would say that? You know, it's kind of like a dream for a guy to get on that page in his early 20s. You know what I mean? Even if you come from a two-parent household, or if you don't. That's just not the, you know, I guess the psyche of a majority of the males in this world, regardless as to what race you are, creed, all of that, right? It's just not something that we see every day. So to hear that and see that, I was like, wow, you know. So thank you again, Elizabeth, for that tweet. This from Infinity Christian, get fit with _Finney. It's happening, and he sounds confident as when he says, I want to testify. I'm going to testify. Let's see what he has to say. Let me tell you something. We don't even need to see what you have to say, Alex Murdaugh. We really don't, because at this point in time, and then let me tell you something about this little man right here. The little dork in the middle. You are such a dork. I mean, it's just like who really do you have loyalty to? This man must have paid you off, right? He must have paid you off. His daddy must have paid you off or something like that, because you got to be his granddaddy or something, because you just look very old. And I'm just very sick of you, dork, because you know what? Why would you get your behind up on this stuff? And see, you lied. You lied about the way that the reason this man was going to rehab. You lied about the way that he got shot inside of his head, okay? And you sitting up here lying now. Alex Murdaugh, we're sick and tired of you, okay? There's nothing else that you have to say to us, sir. There's nothing that you need to say to us, because we know that you've done it. Oh, and guess what, y'all? There has been evidence that came out that says that they can prove, right, that Alex Murdaugh Sr. was that Alex Murdaugh Sr. was in the vicinity of either Maggie or his son Paul when they were killed. Now, this joker sat up here and lied and said he was going to check on his mom and his dad. His mom was suffering from dementia. His dad was dying because, you know, he had an illness that was progressing. So you lied about that. They took pictures of your shirt and all these things. And just, in my opinion, for somebody that's an attorney and who has this in their blood and their DNA, your family has been in this high-ranking position for over 100 years. I've just been seeing so many damn loopholes and just child stupidity. It's just like, come on now. Did y'all think y'all was smarter than the damn legal system? Y'all should know that you're not. Phone records they have on you. Everybody can. Oh God, child, please don't get me riled up. Let's just keep on going from Ashley from the 4th grade. She says she's replying to Randy H. Dodson and Netflix. Paul's ex testified or was going to testify boat case to seeing domestic violence between Alex and Maggie Murdaugh. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told you. I knew he had to have seen his dad interact. Look at this child. This the daddy. This the daddy on the right. And this the son on the left. So come on now. Where you think you get this from? But didn't I tell y'all that he had to have seen his dad do that to his mom in order for him to get that image in his head? Like, he had to have seen that. And girl. And what was this? Law Crime Network is saying right now he's taking a stand. Okay, just go ahead and lock him up. Y'all wanted a speedy trial. You finna send him a speedy trial to hell, okay? And I know you are proven innocent until proven guilty. But, honey, in the court of public opinion, your ass is going up under the jail. What I'm binge watching on Netflix near Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. This is from Wanda Probe. Girl, Hampton County 911. What's your emergency? Child, let me tell y'all something. That damn 911 call was heartbreaking. The one where they were calling to report the boating accident, and you can hear, "Where's Mallory? Where the is Mallory?" That scream, it just will forever be in my mind, and I just can't let it go. This is from Tay. She's been waiting on this one. True Crime Murder on Netflix. Come on, y'all. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. Go stream it on Netflix. Run up the streams. I'm not getting paid from Netflix. Y'all already know I'm just a little nobody YouTube channel, but go ahead and check it out. You will not be disappointed. I suggest though that before you do, check out some of the tweets. Definitely check out some Google reviews. Google reviews. Check out some Google articles and just try to piece some things together before you look at the documentary, because a lot of things will start to make a lot more sense. Even though I think that the Netflix limited series is definitely well put together. Moving on to Michelle St. John. Is he making a huge mistake by testifying? Girl, hell to the yes. Y'all already know that. Moving on. Sharana, this girl driving. Girl, listen. This girl driving with her knee is effing sending me like that Netflix camera person in the passenger seat must be like, I was sitting up here saying that, ma'am, I know you're not driving that Honda with that knee. Girl, that's what y'all do in the low country. Where's the state troopers, girl? Moving on. And that right there. Now, she is the friend of one of the guys that Buster Murdaugh is accused of allegedly having a gay affair with. And also allegedly unaliving, okay? This is from Low Country Lady 1. Hey, girl. I thought that Mandy Matney was getting a little bit closer to the truth the other day. But then I see this. The truth might be a good idea here, honey. All the other folks involved in this hashtag Murdaugh Netflix special know how things really went down, right, Netflix? So this from Mandy Matney says, I could go on and on about how horrifying these filmmakers were. How they treated me like garbage. How they treated Sandy Smith. How just the sight of the doc makes my stomach hurt. But this tells you everything you should know about them. My God. The Cinemark, filmmakers who made the Murdaugh Murders doc on Netflix offered me more money than I was making at the time for a part-time gig. But I was horrified of the way they did business. I couldn't stomach it, so I said no. Huge risk for me in the time, but oh my God, I'm so glad. So, I don't know, y'all. Let me know. From my interpretation, she's saying she was not necessary. And Mandy is one of the friends of, what's the girl name? But anyway, from my interpretation, she's stating that she did not like the way that the production company or whoever treated them. However, in spite of that, they definitely told the story through and through, and they got it out, right? So, you know, I hate that they, you know, things didn't work out necessarily how she wanted it to. And shame on the production company or whoever was at fault for making her feel that way. This again from my favorite new bestie, Elizabeth. Disclaimer, I love Buford. Spent many summers at Fripp Island. However, there's nothing worse than old Southern money. It's the most devious. Girl, look at... Child, look at the family. Just look at them. Just creepy. Just, y'all want to be dynasty so bad. Y'all, how about this? Y'all try to go live y'all life up in Texas and see if y'all measure up with the real people up in Texas, honey. The real oil tycoons that got the bank. Y'all won't stand a chance. Girl, moving on. This is from Jen Wynn. Here we go again. Talk about the girl dropping the thing with her knee. You have to be some kind of stupid to be filmed being this arrogant. Girl, I hope Sled gets something Why y'all calling Sled on this girl for driving with her knee? Jen Wynn, you just do it, okay? If you feel that strongly about it, you get in your car right now if you have one, and you drive with your knees, okay? Please, leave it alone. And Sled is not finna come do nothing about her. Hell, they're not doing nothing about damn Alex Murdaugh. So do you think these people finna waste their damn time to come get Stephen Smith's friend? Absolutely not, girl. We finna move on. Ooh, this from Ginger Morrow McGuire. Bora boring. My husband made this and sent it to me this morning as he knows I'm watching at work. Extra funny considering how that Netflix series just ended. If you know, you know. Murdaugh. Okay, so what's on Netflix? So at the very end of part 3, child, let me tell y'all how full of himself this man is, okay? He gonna call Buster Murdaugh, his son, and say, hey, I heard Netflix is doing a documentary on me. Is it out yet? Sir, what the hell does it matter? You finna be locked up to infinity and beyond. So you're not gonna have the opportunity to see it where you going or where you're already at. Okay? Oh my God. Girl, this is from Squarehead. How can you not be into this trial? Alex Murdaugh. There's a YouTube clip. Go ahead and check this out, y'all. Go find him on Twitter, Squarehead DZN. I'm going to check it out later just to see what he's talking about. So y'all definitely do the same. Let's go ahead and like it. All right. Their name is literally Murdoch. Girl, why y'all got that man looking like that? Hey, Alexis. Loves me 84. Oh, same person. That's definitely the same person. Let me tell you something, mostly jokes. This is nothing to laugh and joke about. Yes, this girl has been through a lot. She is definitely going through survivor's remorse, or survivor's guilt, however you want to call it, post-traumatic stress syndrome. And my heart breaks for her because she endured a lot. This boy, Paul Murdaugh, told her, before he slapped her and spat on her, and before he damn near almost killed everybody. Unfortunately, Mallory Beach was the only one that went overboard. But before he did all that, in his drunken stupidness, right? He tells her, your dad can't afford to take care of your family. Now, what type of is that to say out your damn mouth? Okay, and your dad shot. Okay, let me keep on going, cause see, Lord God, rest in peace, man. Ford in Vegas, a true crime podcast. Ford talks murder on Netflix, the latest from the murder trial. Bishop O'Connell and the 50-year-old. Okay, we're not talking about that, child. Go ahead and click on this Ford in Vegas if y'all want to. Now, I just don't like when people just talk about multiple things at one time. This is enough on its own. Like, it should be, a video should be dedicated to this and solely this. Now, this from Lauren Marshall says, evidence shows you were there at the time of the murder. I promise I wasn't. Evidence shows you had GSR in your hands, which is gunshot residue powder. I promise I didn't. Oh, and he cries at the perfect time. Just almost as if he knows how to play. No, oh, more murder. Yes, sir. And look at just look at your people right now. Just look at them. Ain't that the same man that I said I was clowning? That's the dork. Yeah, you doofus. You're the same person that's sitting up here just from doofus to doofus, okay? Nobody sitting, and look, this is exactly my reaction. The man that back here with his hands up over his head, like, Lord, make this end. I don't really want to be here, girl. I'm trying to go get me some seafood and some oysters, go to the oyster boil or to the oyster roast or whatever the case is. I don't want to be sitting up here. Everybody know this man lying. This is exactly what I think that man is saying in his mind, but we finna keep on moving. This picture, y'all. Thank you, Daniela, for this picture. I can't speak Spanish, and I'm not even finna try. If I could guess what Daniela had to say, creepy, and your eyebrows are hideous, okay? So that's it, okay? We finna move on because we're not finna give these people no play. Same thing, okay? Same picture, same creepiness. And why oh my God, you just need to get some lotion, get some cocoa butter up on there. Because your skin, your nose area look like it's peeling. It just really does. And I really don't like that. Can y'all stop showing the same picture, or was this all it? Okay, I think these are all the tweets for right now. Actually, no, these is photos. Why did I click? I don't even know if I clicked on that. Let's click on latest and see what there is about this. Girl, y'all cutting up. Why y'all cutting up? Lord. So y'all don't hear talk about the trial. But let me tell y'all something. Brandon Jury Judge Newman is the epitome of calm, patience, and fairness. I love stitching him. Okay, I thought you was trying to be funny a little bit, Lisbeth, girl, because I was about to say, now don't do that, man. He's a wonderful judge, okay? And your what is this? Your crochet work is beautiful. But I was just hoping you weren't trying to be funny. So I'm glad that we are here to know that you're not. Okay, this from Dehecking the Q's, I guess. I'm confident there is nothing Alex can or will say that will make a bit of difference. But I am excited. Okay, but I am excited to be entertained. Child, so are we, honey? Because this is a mess. It's just a hot mess. And child, the truth ain't nowhere in or between Alex Murdaugh, his brain, his heart, nothing. Okay, this from me in NYC, Mr. Harpootillion. He doesn't want to ask me any questions, but he does need to use the restroom to do a few lines before. You know what? I'm not finna start with y'all. I'm not doing this. The way Alex Murdaugh started his manipulation as soon as he got to the hospital is sickening. Trying to blame Connor. Murder on Netflix. Thank you, Be Humble, One Blessed Biker. I totally agree. This man, child, after his son, right? You done threw Mallory overboard. Rest in peace, Mallory. You sat up and told the people that the first responders on the team, who are all basically connected to your family, you told them that was Connor Cook's fault. That boy ain't do but you did that. And the way that he got to the hospital, him, his daddy, and somebody else, I want to say one of his brothers, okay? The way that they got in, were trying to get their hooks into these kids while they were in hospital. And they have them on video. I mean, it's all on video. That's why I say y'all got to be the dumbest damn attorneys I've ever met. Or y'all just really thought y'all asses were above the law. But, honey, y'all done escaped too much, okay? And, unfortunately, y'all mess with the wrong family. When somebody is covered by God and protected by the blood of Jesus, like Mallory Beach's family in Mallory Beach, even in death, okay, you still, child, you still cannot mess with God. You cannot. Whatever, this was y'all lot in life. And, unfortunately, I feel like her passing is what was needed to stop the cyclical, toxic, unethical law practices that this family has been. And I'm not going to say that this entire family, because I do believe that there are a few Murdaughs that are, upstanding lawyers and attorneys and that are ethical, okay? I'm just gonna narrow it down and just speak specifically to Richard Alex Murdaugh and his clan, okay? The people in his household, okay? Well, no, I gotta throw his daddy in there too, because now you was doing some trickery and some effery too. But again, the way that they went in and tried to sink their teeth into these children by saying that they were there before their parents could get there. They told some nurse that they were the acting guardian and the law or the attorney for this for I think it was, was it Molly? I think they tried to do that too. It was either Molly or it was Morgan. I can't remember. One of the two. They tried to say that they were their active legal guardian because their parent hadn't came yet, and that they were their attorney. No, the hell y'all weren't. And then Murdoch came into Connor Cook's room and came alongside him, I guess, while he was going either into surgery or something, and was saying, you know, don't say anything, we've got you. But you were trying to say that because you think everybody is stupid. You were trying to go ahead and get in front of it, and you were trying to frame him by using that wording, okay? Ain't nobody dumb and stupid, just like you tried to set up that man that you paid to shoot you in the damn head, okay? You said he shot you in the head, but you shot your own damn self. That man told the people, he said, listen, if I was going to shoot, I'm a trained killer, okay? I'm going to shoot to kill. I'm not finna miss no, but look at my target practices, okay? That's basically what Cousin Eddie was saying. If I shot you, you would know I shot you. Well, maybe you wouldn't have because you would be deceased. But you would be gone nonetheless. But the way that Alex Murdaugh was setting up, he was paying this man for months and months and months, making it look like, you know, he had something to do with the death of not only Alex Murdaugh, but also Paul and Maggie. Child, please, girl. Oh, y'all. We might have to do a part 2 on this. Me, myself, and I, who knows TV, says, I thought I saw the hashtag murder on Netflix when I was tweeting about the murder trial. I didn't even know about it. Guess what I would be watching tonight? Well, that is after I watch GH and YR. Once girl, I don't even know what that is, but definitely tune in, me, myself, and I, because you will not be disappointed. I need the bad lip readers to do Griffin, Alex, and Poop right now. Murder trial, Netflix. This is from Love and Lard. So, yeah, y'all. I mean, the consensus alert, according to RIP Views, Alex Murdaugh takes the stand in his double homicide case. Both sides agree this is going to be an uphill battle for Alex Murdaugh. All news is biased. View both sides with RP Views. Now, I definitely do agree that it's going to be an uphill battle for him, but I just don't know why your attorneys didn't advise your dumb ass to just sit there and not say nothing. I mean, all you have, because you're not going to do anything but dig your ass into a further hole, a deeper hole. Are you stupid? Is it you smoking? Because it got to be. I mean, okay, too, because whatever y'all can get in that damn jail from the guards. Because you know you got somebody in there that's probably give you some pills. They probably, allegedly, look at you the way you sit up here blowing. Look, girl, y'all, hold on. Let's look at this.
You know, oh, what a tangle web we weave. But once I told a lie.
Let me tell you something. Don't you sit your ass up here and talk about some no damn tangle web that you wove, okay? Because we didn't weave. You did that. And you sitting up here trying to blow your nose and make yourself cry. I hope the spirits of, I hope Maggie Murdaugh ass is just tap dancing on your damn nerves, all in your head. I hope Paul is riding the hell out your nerves, and I hope Gloria Satterfield is too, and also allegedly Stephen Smith. I hope all these people are on your conscience. They're on the north, south, east, and west parts of your hemisphere, of your lobe, all your brain, all of that. I hope they are constantly in your head. You can't get no peace, and I really hope that is why you crying. Talking about some old what old damn tangle web. I don't even want to click and watch the rest of this video. This man done sent me. He done really sent me, y'all. Okay, thank you, Trent Cannon, for this. Alex Murdaugh admits to lying about seeing family before murder. Duh, everybody know that, you damn doofus. Who the hell, and you so damn stupid. You left the shell casings from the special pistols that you have now. Can't nobody just get these type of rifles. I mean, they can, but the odds of people having them are slim to none. And so your dumb ass, you would think that with you being a damn attorney, but you ain't probably damn defend nobody criminally, so your ass don't know. But you done sat up here and left the damn shell cases that they matched up to your damn to the damn guns and the child. Oh, the bullet ballistics, it's all, it's not looking good for you. Yeah, what a damn tangle web you wove, okay? Because girl, at this point in time, Antifa Snack says this is what white privilege looks like and sounds like. Unchecked and unbalanced. The Murdaugh family got away with murder before this Murdaugh trial. I definitely agree with this to an extent. And I won't, and I'm all for, you know, calling out racism and things like that. And I want to say this, this is definitely white privilege. However, when you're in a town like that where a majority of the people are white, you know what I'm saying? I could see if we had something else to kind of like measure that by, right? Like, let's say you were in a major city or like somewhere that's not in the South, but something that's equally populated between African Americans and white people, right? Or Caucasian people. I would be more inclined to say that. However, it's just looking like, for me, because they have such a long-standing history in that where they're from, that's just what it is. And I think that if it was an African American family, yeah, Okay, you might be right. Let me keep on scrolling. Tifa, you have a point. Okay. Mary Archibald says this is embarrassing, and I'm from Alabama. Good Lord, girl, tell me about it. Ain't this embarrassing? Y'all know his great granddad is rolling. That man ain't resting. You just a rolling and a rolling and a rolling, because you can't get no rest for the what the hell this man done took your damn company to hell and back. If I see the damn murder last name, I ain't no way in hell I want you to represent me. Absolutely not. You done shot your wife and your son in the head allegedly, and covered up something. Outdoor Chick says, I call absolute BS on Alex's testimony so far. Between his excessive opiate addiction and a traumatic events, the amount of details he remembers is astounding. Wow. Knowing these small details from years ago is BS. Exactly. Okay. Girl, come on, Oprah. Because what does Rowan Tide have to say? I'm watching Alex Murdaugh testify with a friend who has not been following the case. She just said, he seems like a wonderful son, so sincere and kind. This is going to end in a hung jury. Girl, shut the hell up. That man, and if they do, you best believe the street, they not going to let this man rest. They're not letting him rest. Oh my God, I can't wait to hear Trago's Law talk about the circus tonight. Lawyer, you know, Alex Murdaugh. Definitely. Shout out to Joy Van R on Twitter. And, let's see what else. We're going to get into a couple of more tweets, and then I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Okay. This is from Moral Oral Sister. I like that name. Say that 5 times. Moral Oral Sister, Moral Oral Sister, Moral Oral Sister, Moral Oral Sister, Moral Oral Sister. Okay, I did it. The murder on Netflix series is crazy. I've kept up with this trial for some time now, and it's just amazing how scared some of these people were of that family. Exactly. Another red flag is when I think it was Connor Cook's dad. I might get him mistake. It might either be Anthony or Connor Cook's dad that went to school with Alex Murdaugh Sr. And so they were acquaintances or whatever. And so after the incident, Alex Murdaugh called either Connor Cook or Anthony's dad and wanted to meet in an undisclosed location, right? And so immediately he tells the guy, just so you know, I'm not recording you. I'm not doing this or that. What more red flag do you need? If you're not recording somebody, sir, you don't have to sit your ass up there and say that. That man even says to himself, yeah. You gonna turn your phone off or power your phone off and throw it in the car like you don't have another one up under your damn jacket pocket. Ain't nobody stupid, Alex Murdaugh. You think you the smartest tool in the shed or the sharpest tool in the shed, boy, and you not. Exactly. That doesn't make any effing sense, okay? Alicia Roberts says he was going back and forth between Paul and Maggie, tried to turn Paul over and check their pulses, and miraculously had no blood on his shoes or clothes. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. But this is coming from a damn man whose parents and grandparents and great-grandparents were solicitors, okay? Child, they must not have been going to the same damn law school. But you know, their son, the eldest son, who was on track to becoming an attorney, Buster, okay? Child, he got kicked out of South Carolina University for damn plagiarizing. And you know these people don't play that. Now, when I went to Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University to get my damn degree in psychology and criminal justice, there is a damn, and this was back in 2000, the early 2010s, okay? There is like a upload type of thing that you have to put your papers through to determine if you've even plagiarized it. So there's no way in hell that, child, for that boy to be kicked out like that, y'all already started lying. Y'all already started. Okay, this is from Take Glam Punk says, ooh, I've been waiting on this one. Yeah, girl, it was really good. Johnny Machiavelli, I followed this case more closely than most. This man is everything wrong with small towns. Utter piece of shit. The Netflix doc covers a lot of the details pretty well if you're interested. Murder on Netflix. And we're going to end it on this note because I definitely agree. This is from NPR.org, the article that Johnny Machiavelli is referencing. And it just tells us that Alex Murdaugh took the stand today to testify in his murder trial. Yeah. And everybody's face right now is looking like what? The same face you making on this little picture here, sir? Stupid. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining my rant. Okay, I will be back with a less animated, I guess, with less animated commentary rather. And I will slow it down, and we will definitely really do a deep dive into season 1, episode 1, where it's Mallory, which is the Murders of Southern Scandal. So if you have not checked it out, hopefully you do so before tonight. I don't know when I'm going to upload the video or what time specifically, but I am going to upload it. So definitely drop down in the comments and let me know what you all saw. If you have seen it so far, let me know how you feel about some of the tweets that were shared today. And I can't wait to bring to you my deep dive into the first part of this Netflix series. So hope you guys enjoyed the remainder of your Thursday. Bye.